Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Dr. Nick, and welcome back to the 90's Guy channel. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about just some memories I've had of, picking up music over the years. I, of course, was a child of the 90's. I was born in 85, and I started out with cassette tapes. My mom and dad had vinyl and 8 tracks, and I remember my first cassette tape, I believe, was the Top Gun soundtrack. And then my grandma also had a Best of Jimmy Buffett cassette tape that we listened to in the car quite a bit. Music has always been a huge part of my life. With the good times, the bad times, celebrating, just hanging out with friends, hanging out at home, hanging out at my own house now. Music has always been a huge part of, I think, a lot of people's lives. And nowadays, you get on Apple Music, Amazon Music, whatever, and you just download the song. And then we also had LimeWire, Napster, things like that, to download illegally. But before, you used to have to actually go out to a store to get your compact disc, also known as a CD, tape, 8 track, vinyl, whatever it is. And some of the stores that I had in my area, at least, were Suncoast, and they also had VHS, and then also later on DVDs and everything. And then we also had Camelot Music. We have we still do a local store called Chart Records that has been around since probably the mid 70's, I believe. And then we also had a store called Waves Music, Sam Goody. I'm trying to think of if we had any other ones. But those were the stores that you would go to get music. You couldn't, at the time, just, download it at your house or things like that. You had to actually physically leave the house. CDs were very expensive. Now, most CDs are like 12, 15 bucks. Discounted ones are like 5 or 6, and you can get them at pawn shops and thrift stores for 50 cents to $1.50, something like that. But CDs were expensive. Sometimes at Same Goody, I mean, CDs were like $25. I remember most of the CDs I picked up were, $15, $18, and sometimes the album, not all of it was good. I mean, the majority of the bands that I listen to and still listen to this day, you bought the album, you listened to the whole thing. Were 90% of the songs good? You kind of hoped. A lot of times, they'd come out with singles, and, you can kind of see if you like the album. And then they kind of done away with this, but like in Barnes and Noble and other Same Goody stores, they'd have headphones that you can put on and you can preview the album, and it would play like 25, 30 seconds of each song, and you can kind of see if you actually wanted to buy the album or not. And I mean, you CD, cassette, the best thing I like about the physical copy is you have the artwork, and then you had a booklet. And a lot of times you were always kind of hoping that inside the booklet it would have the lyrics to each song. That was something that we always definitely look forward to. Tuesdays were always the days that new albums came out. Even now, movies and music, most new things come out on a Tuesday. I still buy CDs. Some of them I buy brand new, some of them I buy used. I mean, I still use Apple Music and other stuff too. But I probably have a little bit over 1,500 CDs. The majority of my CDs I still have from when I was younger. I listen to all different types of stuff: country, rock, pop, you name it. But like I said, Blockbuster was also in the music game. They purchased a music company in 1992, started opening up their own stores. We had Sam Goody, which was a very pricey music store. Same thing with Waves. And then also we had Camelot Music, and Suncoast was probably one of the best ones that I ever went to. There was one probably about an hour away from us, and that's where I got a lot of my VHS movies, my wrestling, Coliseum video tapes, things like that. And has the digital concept done away with physical media? Not really. People still buy physical media, whether it's video games, music. There will always be people interested in the actual physical content. Are physical, things going away? Yes. A lot of stores are doing away with music. Meyer stores, if you live in the Midwest, they did away with their CD section. Best Buy definitely scaled down their music section. Walmart, same thing. Sam Goody declared bankruptcy. Waves Music is no longer. I don't know if there's Camelot Music still out there. I don't know. I know Waves Music in our mall closed back in like 2003, something like that. Sam Goody pulled out of our town way, I don't know, probably 20, I don't know, 2007, 2008, something like that, around there. I don't remember the exact date, but uh, there will always be a want for physical media, especially for people from my generation and above. Not so much the ones now, they're more used to digital content. The problem with digital content is you never actually own the product. Now, there's a lot of debate whether it's, well, it's more convenient. You don't have to carry a bunch of CDs around. Yes, I understand that. But for people who grew up without digital copies of things, perfect example, let's say, the internet's down in the area. Guess what? You still have the physical copy to listen to. And I know that doesn't happen very often, but I don't know. I guess just born in that generation, I will always love the physical copy of movies and music and video games versus digitally. Do I download movies to watch? I have Hulu, Netflix, things like that. But I don't know. I guess it was just a simpler time walking into the music store, with your friends, your family, pick out a tape, CD, whatever. And, that was something that, was very expensive. And you had to make a good choice, same thing with video games. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. Do you have any memories of music that you listened to growing up? Music, memories of going to different stores, things like that. Feel free to leave it down in the comment section. Like this video, hit subscribe button, and hit the little bell icon to make sure that you get all the notifications for my channel. And I'll see y'all later.